Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm so glad to have my friends here. My Stampin' friends are here. And I've got two really great cards lined up for you today. Father's Day, which I guess I probably should have shown this one earlier. Isn't it like this weekend?
It is.
We're going to do a Father's Day card. And then we've got just a great happy birthday card. The magic of these cards is that they are also gift card holders. And guys, this one is so easy. I bet you could make these cards in 5 to 7 minutes. I'm not kidding when I say that. They are super easy. Well, I'm going to bring my friends onto the screen. There they are. Hey, guys.
Good morning.
Hey.
Welcome, welcome.
I was just thinking when you said, I bet you can make these cards in whatever, I'm like, I can name that tune.
I used to love that show with Kathy Lee Gifford when nobody knew who she was.
2 notes.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
Good times, man. We used to watch that show all the time. That was, we weren't big game show people, but that one we always watched, probably because my dad loved music. So we always watched that one. My grandma, on the other hand, when Hollywood Squares, I had to think, what's the one with the boxes?
Lord.
You did not interrupt my grandmother when Hollywood Squares was on, and we only got to visit my grandma, once or twice a year, but we knew. And when her stories were on. Don't interrupt grandma when her stories are on.
That my grandma was OU. She was an OU fan. And
Sooner, baby.
yeah, I called her one time. I was clueless. She hung up on me because it was game time.
Yeah. I mean, that's how the whole state's treating Thunder season right now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Don't disturb anyone during a Thunder game.
We're down by a game, so just send all the prayers and good vibes to the Oklahoma City Thunder, not the Pacers. Don't send it their way. They don't know.
And I know someone said hi from Indiana already. Don't send any of that energy to your Pacers. Give it to us.
I love my friends from Indiana, but maybe not until this game's over.
Yeah. Once the season's over, we're friends. But for now, mortal enemies.
We really want to win a national championship. That would be pretty darn awesome.
We're just little old Oklahoma. Give it to us.
Come on.
We have one major league team of all the sports.
Right?
I don't think we have any. I don't think Idaho has.
Yeah, no, you don't, do you?
No,
probably not.
So. No,
Mighty Fighting
I'm
Potatoes.
still shocked, Oklahoma being this huge football town, why we don't have an NFL team here.
We do have a hockey. I don't think they're national hockey, but it's a bigger league.
We do have hockey. That is a whole different sport when you watch it. I remember as a kid going to hockey games, and those fans are crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, I was scared.
What do they say? A game breaks out during the fight? Something like that.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah. It's hard for me, though, to get behind our hockey team. I mean, they're the Spud Kings.
I joked the Mighty Fighting Potatoes,
Hey,
but I was not really that far off.
No, you really weren't.
Birthday too.
Give me a P.
Smash them. I mean, it's just like really of all the things that Idaho's known for, that's where you went with your hockey team.
Well, and even us. So during the 2 Thunder games, the ones against the Pacers that were here in Oklahoma, we were having severe weather during it. And I'm like, we're the Thunder. We can handle anything. We don't care. We'll play right through it. But those people from Indiana, they could just be scared.
The Pacers couldn't even land their plane in our tornadoes.
That's true.
They had to turn around and go back.
They went to like Wichita or something. Okay. All right.
Oh, boy.
We do let you know. We usually just kind of chat, give everyone a chance to get on, and
typically
we like to have a little fun here on Thursdays.
You never talk sports. That's hilarious to me.
No, we do not talk. I don't like sports.
What are sports?
But yeah, but you know what? I'm a sports fan right now.
Like a couple weeks ago, I was downtown having dinner with a friend during a Thunder game, and we were leaving the restaurant as the game was ending, and Thunder won, and the whole restaurant jumped up screaming and cheering. And as we walked outside, everyone in the street was cheering and screaming. And so it's one of the few things in this day and age where we can all connect and celebrate no matter where we stand on other things. It's like the great bringer together of things. So
bringer together.
The great bringer together. There's probably
bringer together.
But it's not coming to me.
So Connie, let's get started because I need a Father's Day card.
Okay. Let's get, if you guys will get me flipped over there. All right. Put some eyeballs on so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're actually going to start. We're going to start with the birthday card. Sorry, but that's the one I had set up first. Okay. So real quick, I always tell you guys this, but I'm going to tell you again, don't mess with writing down the measurements. I have it all for you. Print out your download, you're good to go. You're going to have the photos. Here's the measurements for both cards, along with the scoring, all that good stuff. Here's the supplies I used, and you can click or scan that QR code. Either way, it'll get you to this video. So if you need a little refresher, you can always come back. And if you're in the United States and you want to check out, especially the new paper tags bundle, that's what I'm going to be using today. You can order that by clicking this giant graphic, or you can follow that link. And I'd love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've got a really great gift for you when you place an order of 50 or more. You won't want to miss out on that. A special video called 3 Girls in a Stamp Set. So be sure to check that out. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, don't ask me what I did. I'm not the only one who has this going on, right? I just hit something, but it's all right. I know I'm going to be covering it, so I'm not going to worry about it. Petal Pink is my card base. And guys, this is an 8.5 by 5.5. And I did some scoring. I scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/4. That is my card base. I'm going to go ahead, little random Stampin' Dimensional backing. And we're going to go ahead and crease our score lines. And this 1 1/4 inch one, that is our gift card holder. So yeah, we didn't have to add anything extra. We're all good to go. I am going to be using 2 stamp sets today. No offense to this stamp set. I love it, but I was looking for something for the background. So I chose the Choose Happy. I chose Choose Happy. I'm going to use this sun, and then I'm going to use the Happy Birthday for the inside. And then on the paper tags, I'm going to be using the bundle, actually. So we're going to be using this great big May Your Day Be Filled with Sunshine and Laughter. Perfect for a birthday. And we'll be using the dies as well. All right. But before we get started with that, I'm going to do a little coloring, because do you guys see my ribbon here? I did an ombre ribbon. And I want to go ahead and get that done so I can let it dry. I'm going to be using, did someone say something? No, it was just me. I'm hearing things. What's new? I'm going to be using the Calypso Coral Stampin' Blends. And then my ribbon, this is the Petal Pink Scalloped. So we're going to start with the dark Calypso Coral. Now I'm going to tell you what's on the ends. Don't worry about it. It's going to be cut off. So I'm going to just kind of, I'm using the side of my Stampin' Blend. You don't want to use that tip, okay? Don't use that because we don't want to squish it down. We want to keep it nice. Now I can come in with the light, and I'm going to blend. You just want to kind of make sure you're touching that dark. So we kind of blend it together, okay? And look, we get this really great ombre. Now I'm going to set that aside to dry. Both sides kind of get inked up. So there we go. Let me set that over there. My goodness. Okay, we're going to set that aside to dry. We're going to now do some stamping. And I'm going to start with that little sun and a Petal Pink ink pad. See if I can read what's going on here. Michelle Quinn says, I use the sun and penguin a lot from this set. Do you know, I don't know if I've used that little penguin, but now maybe I need to pull that one out. So I am randomly stamping on the front. And you know what? I'm going to bring this in so I can kind of stamp off the edge there. Stamp on the sides. Now, I just put that right down there on my table. What am I thinking? Okay, now I also want to do this a little bit here on the inside, but you know, a good portion of that's going to be hidden. So I don't want to pick up, that's good and dry. All right. Don't want to pick up any of that ink that I got there. I'm going to stamp the sun over here. You can even fold that under so you can get kind of some here on the side. But don't worry about getting all the way in there because you're not going to see it. Okay. I'm also going to use my petal pink, and we're going to go ahead and stamp our tag. So I've got a piece of basic white, and this is a 2 1/4 by 4. And we're going to ink up. Now, this is a solid stamp, okay? It's a solid image. So this is one, make sure your ink pad is good and juicy for things like this, okay? We're going to put that, you know, I probably could have made that cardstock a little bit bigger for you guys. All right. Now it is a solid stamp. We want to make sure we're putting pressure all around that one. Perfect. Yay. All right. So we've got that. You know what? I think we're ready to do some die cutting. That went fast. I told you guys this is a super fast card. So I've also got a piece of Calypso Coral that is a 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. We're going to take this fabulous scallopy tag. And then this one here is what we're going to take and die cut our stamped tag. All right. I hope you guys don't mind, but I went ahead and die cut those for you just to kind of make sure I can get through both cards today. And so I'm going to adhere my tag. Oh, I should tell you, when you die cut these, do you see? You get a little heart that's going to punch out of there too. How cool is that? I love that. So we could use those as well. But we're going to add our tag with just our Stampin' Seal. We've got Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this. Those little hearts are going to line up. So there's my tag. You know, we'll go ahead and add it to the front of our card. So I put a lot of dimensionals on the back because you guys know I don't like saggage. I like, what was my spillage? I had a word the other day when I was on Sudafed. I was coming up with all kinds of crazy words. Nothing made sense that day. Sudafed and stamping really does not go well together. All right, we're going to add this at an angle here to the front of our card. We're going to finish that up here in just a minute, but we're going to work here on the inside. And I found the best thing for adhering our gift card holder down is going to be tear and tape. You can also use your multi-purpose glue, but where's the end? There it is. But your Stampin' Seal. Okay, so it sounds like Siri was recording everything I was saying. Sure, Siri, why not? Maybe she's going to be a stamper now.
She's going to text that to someone now, and they're going to be going,
I know.
What is Connie talking about?
I had that happen one time. And somebody said, what is this like novel you just sent me? And I'm like, no clue why she recorded it and sent it to you. All right. So just a couple little pieces, you know, look, I didn't even cut them long enough and it's fine. If you want to use multi-purpose glue, just make sure you're only going on those sides. We've got to have a place for our gift card holder to be. So we're going to remove these backings. Maybe. Come on. Oh my goodness. You know, if I would just grab my take your pick tool, it'll pull that right off, but that would.
Can I share a quick comment?
Sure.
Linda over on YouTube said, I heard a new word, saggeth. It's no bra Sunday. We love celebrating the Holy Saggeth.
The Holy Saggeth. Linda, that is fantastic. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's going to make me giggle every Sunday while I'm getting ready for church. All right, friends, I got a piece of basic white. It is a 4 by 5 1/4, I believe. Yes, 4 by 5 1/4. See my little smudge? No, the recipient will have no clue that I had a little error right there. I'm going to add that. Let's bring in, I've got 2 pieces of Calypso Coral. This is the beautiful Bokeh Designer Series paper. Love this paper. I've got 2 pieces and they are 1 inch by 5 1/4. I'm going to put one down the right side of that basic white. So just line it up right there with the basic white. This one we're going to add here to, there we go, to the gift card holder to kind of dress that up. And what I love about this little method of what I'm doing is when the card is closed, you still see Designer Series paper. So that's kind of nice. Let's do some stamping here. We're going to bring in a Calypso Coral ink pad. And we've got a couple things we need to do. I've got just a little scrap of some basic white. And there is a little stamp, and I think it is my favorite stamp ever. Happiness enclosed. So cute. That'll be cute on an envelope. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little banner and I'm going to die cut my little happiness enclosed. Okay. And I went ahead and did that for you. So that's ready. And now we're going to say happy birthday. And we're going to do that in Calypso Coral. Now, I wanted this adhered down with that Designer Series paper before I stamped it. You know, a lot of times we like to do all our stamping, but I didn't want to center this in the card when I knew I was going to be losing part of that. I'm going to stamp happy birthday. And then back in with the petal pink, we're going to add a little more sunshine, just a little more sunshine right there. Isn't that just so cute? Let me close up my ink pad so I don't do something stupid, which I've been known to do.
Connie.
Yes.
That is a very Connie card.
It is a who said that?
I said that.
You said that.
I just saw that. I'm like, oh, that is so Connie.
It is a Connie card. Okay, so we've got our ribbon. It's good and dry now. We are just going to tie this in a knot. This is why I said I was not at all worried about the ends because I gave you plenty to work with. Let's grab some scissors. I do love this ombre look. It's fantastic. And I will find my mini glue dots here. And we're going to add this to the center. Oops, I missed my mini glue dot. Okay, I'm going to put that right up here because I want that little heart to show because I think it's so cute. Speaking of, let's add this little heart to the inside of our card too. And I'm going to do that with a mini glue dot just because it's so little. So, whoops, right side up, Connie. There we go. I'm not going to waste this little heart. It's kind of adorable. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to swipe my gift card and we'll put that right there. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add our little happiness enclosed. You can do this with anything, but my mini glue dots are here and it makes it so easy. We'll add that. Guys, that is a quick and easy card. What time is it? Well, we talked for a while, so I can't say we made it in 5 minutes, but it really does go fast. And I love these colors. Petal pink, Calypso Coral. It's gorgeous. All right, we're going to do one more. Give me just a second. I'm going to kind of clean up my mess here so that I can make another mess. You know, it's what we do around here. All right. So now I'm going to bring in the Father's Day so that Brenda can make a Father's Day card. And for this card, let's see. All the measurements are the same. Okay. Measurements really aren't any different. Except I'm going to add a couple things. So instead of that choose happy, I'm going to use the He's the Greatest. And I loved this little dad. You could use the big one or the small one, either one. So we're going to do a little stamping on this one. Let's see if I can find my bone folder. So again, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/4. Give those a good crease. I'm going to bring in my grid paper because we'll be stamping off again. So let me show you my tricks to doing this stamping with the dad. I'm going to use the basic beige because I got basic beige cardstock. And here's our little dad. Now I will tell you, this will take a little while. You can do this one of two ways. Can you see how I just made mine all go? Well, let me move this and you can see it. How I just kind of made them all go kind of at an angle. If you wanted to, you could just randomly stamp it, whatever way you want to go. But I want to teach you how to do this. So my method is to start in the middle and then come to the right and the left. Now I'm going to come up above and I'm going to go in between the space and get that one. And you're just going to kind of keep repeating this. Oops, guess I need to press a little harder there. And again, we don't want it to go to the back side. And don't worry if things aren't perfect. And we're going to have stuff going over this. And so no stress in stamping. Am I right, my friends? All right. We'll finish this. And then we're going to do the same thing on the inside. Now here, it looks like I'm going to need to open up my card. There. Do I need one more right there? I think I need just a little bit right there. Okay. Now, again, on the inside of the card, we're going to do this same thing, but a lot of this you're not going to see. So I'm going to do that same thing, but I'm going to focus here. I don't know. I'm having stamping issues today. What is my problem? Again, we can fold this back. But see, none of that's going to show. So that kind of, it saves you some time. You know, when we're doing all this kind of stamping, we love. Whoops, I guess I didn't need that one. Okay. Looks like I need one there. And there. Okay. And I think I'm actually done with my basic beige. All right, friends. This one. We're going to do our tear and tape just like we did before. See if Connie can find the end of this one. See if I can read comments while I do this. Oh, Michelle, what are we talking about? Something smart. Well, it couldn't be anything I did. Let's add our tear and tape. I think Brenda and Michelle are chatting about.
It is something smart you did. She was talking about you cutting down the grid paper for your project. So not using the full pad, but just what you needed.
Yeah, I do. I like to do that because sometimes, well, especially this, or if I've got glue on it, I don't want to waste an entire sheet of my grid paper when I have that. So, okay, let's bring in some timeless plaid, some of my favorite some of my favorite designer series paper for masculine cards. You know, sometimes I think one of the struggles we have with masculine cards is there aren't a lot of masculine stamp sets. You know what? I think it's all about designer series paper. I really do. I think just adding masculine designer series paper is what it's all about. Of course, stamping the word dad that's a little masculine, don't you think? All right, just like we did before. Now, this one, I don't have an insert on the inside. You notice that. So, because this cardstock was light enough, I thought it was fine. Let's bring in some Blackberry Bliss and Basic Beige. Gorgeous together. All right, so we are going to stamp. I've lost my stamp. Nope, there they are. Where's the other one? There. Oh. Everything's hiding from me. All right. Consider this a paper hug. Great for Father's Day, right? We're going to stamp that in Blackberry Bliss. And then on these two, we're going to take, this is the die that we used here on the front. Okay. It's that same one. And we're going to die cut one from this Blackberry Bliss and one from a Very Vanilla, right? Very Vanilla. Yeah. Very Vanilla. Okay. I went ahead and die cut those. Now this one, I have a little secret. I decided to use an embossing folder. And this one, it's kind of an interesting embossing folder. You look at it and you go, I don't know. This is the birch wood, but it is a gorgeous embossing folder. I love this look. Now with our other tag that we cut, so this we're going to do a little bit different because we're just going to stamp right on it. We've already die cut it, but this one just fits perfect. It's a wonderful day to celebrate you. Again, it's perfect for Father's Day. All right, beautimous. Let's add these to our card. I will, oh, here's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to adhere the birchwood one. Now, this does have the embossing on it. And so I do recommend when you're adhering something with embossing, make sure you're using plenty of adhesive because you don't have as much surface area. So I'm going to add this one right here in the middle. This one, we're going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. And stick around because I got a really great little ribbon hack for you that we're going to do on this card. And again, we don't want saggy. So let's add a couple here. Oops, no, I don't want you right there. There we go. All right, we're going to take these off and then I'll teach you my ribbon hack. My floor is covered in Stampin' Dimensional backings. I am the laziest crafter, and especially on videos, I just throw them on the floor. I'm so bad. All right, we're going to add this one at a little bit of an angle because we want some of that birchwood to kind of show through. So I've got some of the basic beige bordered ribbon. You could also use the new basic beige classic, either one. It looks like I've got about 8 inches. I'm going to fold it in half and I'm just going to tie it in a knot. Maybe. There we go. Okay, we're going to tie that in a knot. And now we can just take our scissors. We'll snip that in half. Now let's snip these at a cute little angle. Okay, so there's one side and that side. We can come in with the mini glue dots. So this is a great way to add ribbon, but still keep it looking masculine. Press that. And I love this one. I'm going to go right in the middle because, you know, I kind of went, well, I don't know. Do we want a heart in the middle there for the men? But I think I'm going to leave it like that and just go right there in the middle. But I love the look of that. It's not a bow. It's just a great little ribbon. Blends perfectly with that timeless plaid. Let's grab, you know, what guy does not love Amazon? So we can write our message there. Look at that. Guys, these are so fast and so fun. I love these cards. This is one of my favorites. Whenever I need a gift card, this is wonderful. Let's say you don't need a gift card. Connie, I don't need a gift card. You know what? You could easily just, UPS is here. Did you hear my doorbell? You could easily just add like another little tag. You could have a little tag that comes out that you write another message on, or maybe you're going to tell them what their gift is. I've been known to do this because I can't buy my husband gifts because I need him to pick it out. So this year for Father's Day, he wants a barbecue blanket. Do you know what a barbecue blanket is? I just had to learn what this is, but he loves to smoke brisket and meat and stuff, but you put this, after you smoke it, you have to put it in like in an insulated thing so we can do something. I don't know. But because he's such a difficult one, I want him to get the right one. Instead of a gift card, I could enclose a tag and just say, you know, choose your favorite barbecue blanket. So just so you know, if you don't need a gift card, that is your other option. All right, friends. I hope that you liked today's cards. I think they are so fun. Hey, if you liked it, can you do me a favor? Give me a thumbs up on YouTube. I love getting thumbs up on YouTube because, you know, sometimes we need the little boost that you like what I do. But YouTube likes it too. It says, oh, so that's the kind of stuff you like to watch. And if we're paper crafters and we're stampers. And so why not tell YouTube, hey, I want to see more paper crafting. So also, if you haven't subscribed, click.
And it works the same on Facebook. So give us a like on Facebook if that's where you're watching.
Thank
so
you,
that
Christina,
algorithm will start giving you more.
You're right. It's the like button over on Facebook. Thank you.
Connie, there's a couple of really good comments here
Sure.
for other things you could put in the cards.
Oh, let me hear.
Seed packets, tickets, coupons. I lost them. They're going fast here.
Oh, no. I like tickets to an event. That's a fun one.
Yeah. So anyway, other really good. I love the seed packet idea too. I think that's great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that goes really good with May Your Day Be Filled with Sunshine and Laughter.
Yeah. So
yeah, that seed packet would be great for that. So great ideas, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, listen, before I run, I want to give a shout out to my YouTube members. So those of you who have joined my YouTube membership, we had a great time on Tuesday. We made the most amazing double slider card. We laughed a lot. We had a ton of fun. So thank you for that. Yes.
Can we see next week's project?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay.
I don't. No.
Okay. Also, Sandra asked where you got your earrings, and the answer is Disney World.
My little Mickeys. That was my one splurge when we were in Disney.
And also, guys, I will not be here next week because I will be driving to Connie's. So it's Connie and Christina.
Yay!
We're so excited.
Me too.
So, yeah, so that means maybe that next Thursday you can be live.
No,
like here live.
I'll be driving live.
No, next week, the week after.
Oh, yeah.
The week after, you'll be live.
Yes, I will be live. And let's go back to the shout out.
We're gonna give a little shout out. Now you guys know this is now techie stuff here. And let's see if I can figure out how to do it. Share screen. Okay. We're doing it. Woohoo! So simple supporters. These are people who just wanted to leave a little tip, and I appreciate you. Now, my Funfold friends, these people are amazing. They get all kinds of perks, Tuesday tips early, and diagrams with their projects. Thank you guys so much. My Fancy Fold fanatics, boy, these are my serious stampers, and they like the written tutorials to all my videos. So I love to give those to my fabulous Fancy Fold fanatics. So thank you guys so much for being a member of the my YouTube, my happy hours, and all the fun that we have over there. But thanks to everyone who just subscribes to the channel, guys. I love and appreciate you all so very, very much. Have a great Thursday. May your Father's Day be rain-free. Ours won't be, but I hope yours is. Yay, more rain, because we need some more.
You guys have had a lot.
I know, so much rain. Anyway, have a fantastic day and have a fantastic weekend. Thank you all for being here. Brenda, Christina, thank you for having my back and reading my comments so that I can stamp, because I'm horrible at trying to read that far over there on a computer and stamp at the same time. So these ladies, they are the best.
Can I just say, I agree. I love this community. I love just the interaction, that people are friendly. And I think I look forward to Thursday mornings more than most any other community that I have. And it just,
it's so different than doing a pre-recorded video. I get to be myself. Not that I'm not on a Tuesday tip, but it's just a little bit different. And I have the freedom to make mistakes, which if you were on my happy hour with the members. You guys know I was like, it's fun. It's just fun. And I love being able to create a card from start to finish and have you guys on here with me. So thank you. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.